Directions for questions 17 to 20. 8 cars are to be parked on 8 parking slots that are lined up in a straight line and numbered consecutively from 1 to 8 from left to right. 3 of the cars are grey. We'll just mark it here. So grey, there are 3 of them. 2 are purple. Purple, there are 2 of them. 2 are yellow. And 1 is orange. So orange, only 1 is there. The following rules are to be followed. At least one of the purple cars must be adjacent to a yellow car. So at least one purple should be adjacent to a yellow car. The orange car cannot be adjacent to a yellow car. So orange and yellow are adjacent, that is not possible. The 3 grey cars cannot be parked on 3 consecutive slots. So grey, grey, grey in 3 consecutive slots, that is not allowed. Slot 5 must have a grey car. So 5 should be allocated for grey. Either slot 1 or slot 8 or both must have a yellow car. So either 1 or 8 or both should be occupied by a yellow car. So we have represented all the information. We can start now. If a grey car is in slot 4, then another grey car could be in any of the following slots except. Now altogether 8 slots are there. I'll mark it like this. Now here it is said that slot 5 should have a grey car. So grey has to be here. Now here it is said if a grey car is in slot 4. So here also there should be grey. Now the 3 greys cannot occupy consecutive positions. So grey cannot be in 6. Similarly grey cannot be in 3 either. So grey cannot be in 3, grey cannot be in 6. Now 6 is not there among the options. So the correct answer is option B. Now a grey car could be in any of the following slots except 3. Grey cannot be in 3. So option B is the right answer. If the purple cars are on slots 1 and 2, which of the following must be true? Altogether 8 slots are there. If the purple cars are on slots 1 and 2, so you have P and P here. Now slot number 5 should have a grey car. So here you have a grey. Then either 1 or 8 or both should have yellow cars. Now 1 already has a P. 1 is already occupied by a P, so 8 should be occupied by a Y. At least one of the P's should be adjacent to a Y. One Y is here, so the other Y should be here, so that this P is adjacent to a Y. Now if you look at O and Y cannot be adjacent. So this cannot be O, this cannot be O. So this has to be O. Now altogether 3 grey cars are there. So the grey should be here and here, so that the 3 greys are not in consecutive slots. So we have got the full arrangement. So if you look at this arrangement, slot number 4 has a grey car. That must be true. So option C is the right answer. That is, a grey car is in slot 4. That must be true. If an orange car is parked in slot 2, which of the following must be true? So these are the 8 slots. Now 2 has an orange car. Now either 1 or 8 or both should have yellow cars. Let us look at the position occupied by the yellow cars. Now 2 yellow cars are there and they should be in either 1 or 8 or in both. Now 1 cannot be occupied by Y because O and Y cannot occupy adjacent slots. So either 1 or 8 or both should be occupied by Y. 1 cannot be occupied by Y, so compulsorily 8 should be occupied by Y. So that must be true. Slot 8 has a yellow car. That must be true. So option E is the right answer. If grey cars are parked in slots 1 and 3, identify the option which cannot be true. So these are the slots. Now grey cars are in slots 1 and 3. So you have a G here and you have a G here. Now as per this condition, either 1 or 8 or both should be occupied by the yellow cars. Now 1 is already occupied by a G. So compulsorily 8 has to be occupied by a Y, because either 1 or 8, one of them should be occupied by a Y. Now O and Y, they cannot occupy adjacent slots. Since 8 is occupied by Y, 7 cannot be occupied by O. That is not possible. So identify the option which cannot be true. That is option D. That is, an orange car is parked in slot 7. That is not possible. Hence D is the right answer.